What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to showcase a Pokemon that I'm so surprised I haven't seen more people pick up on so far in the Evolution Cup. That Pokemon is going to be Shadow Astonish Haunter. Now, this Pokemon here, now with Astonish as a very good fast attack, is able to do so much pressure here just with fast moves, and your charge attack pressure is not even that bad either, saying Shadow Punch is so quick to reach. If you don't resist Ghost-type damage, this Pokemon completely tears through your team, and because of how fun it is to use as well, I definitely recommend trying it out. But before we do get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yes, into the battles and see what Shadow Haunter can do. All right, Shadow Haunter into Primeape. That's kind of where I want to see it. My backline is also kind of good into it with Togetic, but I really don't want to see this with my Lairon, right? With that said, it does look like they can survive 3 Astonishes here, unfortunately. So that means that they will end up getting, like, the second move after this. But, I mean, that's fine. We can just degen our way through this Pokemon, and then we don't have to worry about it with our Lairon later on. So we'll see what they want to do. They're at 2 right now, so 2 away for their next attack here. Likely, they're going to go for just the Rage Fist after 2, because they don't want to risk getting knocked out. Yeah. Honestly, maybe that one does knock him out there. I might have been able to commit to, like, a full 1-shield farm down. Actually, that's a lie, because new mechanics guaranteed. Anyway, we get the farm down here. We have a lot of energy, even. So we likely get a shield back against something. I have a Togetic and a Lairon, so a decent amount of bulk in the back line. I don't know exactly what they want to bring in here. A Marshtomp? That is... Okay, I guess they have Mud Shot, so that's a better answer than I thought it was going to be at first. But even still, that's not going to resist my damage. They have to throw energy pretty soon here, or else I get a second attack off. And even just these Astonishes are doing kind of insane amounts of damage. They're already at like a 3rd HP. Or 2/3 HP, rather. Okay, you know, good timing by them. But the thing is, at this point, I once again avoid my Lairon against this, and I get my Togetic against it. I do think they likely are on Sludge, though, which is a little bit annoying. But I doubt there's a 3rd hard answer to Lairon. There's no way, right? No shot. Okay, yeah, that's actually, like, honestly not as good for Lairon as you'd think, but it is pretty good, because we have super effective Rock Tomb here, and Discharge is not the best move in the game. But we'll see what they want to do here. Likely a Discharge is thrown. Maybe they're on Crunch, though. I've seen a few Crunch Chargebugs in this meta, just for the anti-Ghost coverage. Yeah, we survived the next one thanks to the Rock Tomb debuff, and Body Slam's actually pretty cheap, right? So after the Rock Tomb, all we need is a Body Slam to finish this off, I'm sure. Metal Sound is resisted, so it's not going to be able to farm them down, but it'll put them low enough. They're at the move, and they do throw energy. But yeah, after that debuff, we should survive this. And then once we knock this out, we should just be able to come back in with our Togetic against the Marshtomp, and then win that game by just going for... I think I need a Gleam. I don't think a Heat Wave's quite enough, so I'll go for the Gleam against the Marshtomp. Big Body Slam. Our opponent has no shields remaining. They're going to get knocked out. And now we just swap out. And we see if they want to play this out anymore, because honestly, they're not going to one-shot us here. They're throwing energy. I think a Sludge would probably 2-shot us, but it's definitely not going to one-shot. There's no chance of that. Oh, well, maybe they're not even on Sludge. Maybe they're on Mud Bomb and Surf. All right, even better. GG's. All right, we got our next battle here. Shadow Haunter into Shadow Primeape. I am loving these leads so far today. And, oh, they bring in... Wait, what? Wait, what is this? Okay, what is happening? You can't bring in a second Karate Chop user? Oh my goodness. Well, we just shield once, farm down, have 1,000,000 energy for the backline, and I would imagine they lose, but maybe they don't. What could they have in the backline? Like a Morgrim, if that comes in, I just bring in my Togetic. If they bring back in Primeape, I just go for a whole bunch of Shadow Punches. What are they gonna do? They're freaking me out. Oh, it's a second Fire type, right, okay. I think we're fine here, because we have so much energy, and I think I survived that next Incinerate, so I get to a 3rd Shadow Punch. If I don't, though, that's maybe a little bit tragic. Yeah, there's no way that next Incinerate knocks me out. I know it's a good move, and I know Haunter's squishy, but yeah, it looks like we do survive it there. Haunter is just completely destroying this guy's team. This is why I think it's actually kind of good. Shadow Punch gets the knockout. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I don't even take that damage right! Is this a Shadow Haunter sweep? I think it is. All right, Tinkatuff lead. Wait, that's a huge lead for us, actually. This is insanely good. They don't do any fast move pressure, and they have absolutely no charge attack pressure either. They're so slow to reaching moves. I'm just going to use this as a way to farm up, and they try to switch out into a Morgrim to counter us, but, I mean, I'm prepared for Morgrim today. I got the Lairon. I'm gonna let this go. I'm kind of fine not winning Switch here, because I would imagine this is like their one answer to Haunter this game. And I should be able to deal with this with my Togetic. Like, if they want to shield this to farm us down, my Togetic should just finish off the job here. And Rock Tomb, let's see if it gets the shield. Either way, it's going to guarantee a debuff. We get a just straight up knockout there, actually. Nice. They can't bring in Tinkatuff, can they? Because at this point, they can't Fairy Wind down. They'd have to throw energy to knock us out. But what's their third going to be? Do they want to take more chip damage in the backline? I don't know. Well, they bring in the Tinkatuff, which is kind of huge for me, because again, this thing only has nukes. This thing has no bait attacks whatsoever here. I will say, like, the one Sucker Punch they landed against my Haunter did do about half my HP, which is a little bit disturbing. But it's fine. That's what having 100 energy is for. Okay. We'll go for the Shadow Punch here right before they get their next attack. And I feel like at this point, they kind of have to shield this up, right? Or else they're going to take so much chip damage in the backline. Well, they don't shield. Okay. Fletchinder? Okay, that's a cool pick, but, like, even though they technically wall my Togekiss, or Togetic, that is, I'm pretty sure after 2 Astonishes, I still knock him out. Big Shadow Punch. Oh, it's a Shadow Fletchinder. I didn't even see that. Wait, oh, these are Embers, too. I was like, okay, Peck's doing some damage. He goes, no, those are just Shadow Embers. Pex would probably have knocked us out by now. We'll just save our guy here so I don't give any unnecessary farm. And I mean, I don't think this thing gets Brave Bird here, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to shield anyway, because I know it gets, like, Fly and Heat Wave, just in case they get something bigger than that. I don't want to let it go and get one shot and feel bad about myself. Yeah, just a Fly. We survive. We go for the Dazzling Gleam, and while this might not knock out, like, even if it doesn't, we still have quite a bit of fast pressure we get in this game with our Haunter. Gleam, oh, honestly, not even close to knocking out, but that is so fine. First of all, they have to knock out my Togetic here, and second of all, they have to knock out my Haunter after the fact, so there's really not much that they can do. I'll shield this up just to guarantee that I get that Fairy Wind through, and either we farm down, or my Haunter farms down. English hard. Anyway, I guess we'll see. Does this knock us out? Oh, that's even less than I thought it would do, actually. GG's. Alright, Chargebug lead. Well, I can't wait to see how much a Volt Switch does to us here. It's probably insane amounts of damage. Yeah, I'd say so. But I mean, I outpace them, and I make the timing here pretty awkward for them. Yeah, they're at 4 right now, so 1 away from back-to-back attacks. But what I can do here is I can Shadow Punch, I can do 1 more Astonish, then I can defer the damage over to my Lairon, and not even take that next Volt Switch of damage, and I'm also pretty close to my next move. Okay. So it looks like they were trying to do a play here where what they wanted to do this game, likely, was not that. They wanted to try to snipe down my Haunter with Sucker Punches, which does make sense, but this is also not ideal for them. I'm going to shield that attack up. Maybe it's a bad play to shield that, but I feel like, honestly, at this point, Lairon's going to be able to put in a lot of work no matter what could be in the backline. And I get a big farm down here, so we'll go for it. Yeah, we do end up farming down. We'll see what gets brought in here. What's the Dusclops, actually? How much damage do you think a super effective Astonish would do to this? Alright, so they have a lot of energy still on the Chargebug. That's one thing we have to keep in mind. So honestly, this game is not over yet. 4, 5. But, like, 1 Shadow Punch also doesn't knock us out. Do I get knocked out here by a Discharge? I don't even know if I do. I hope I don't. Oh, I do. Okay. Lairon's not that bulky. Alright. And now we go for the classic Shadow Punch. And do we get a shield here? We do, actually. Okay. I'm going to go for the Astonish and transfer the damage to Togetic, just because at this point, I should be able to shield this, farm down, and hopefully I can save my Haunter in the backline as, like, a way to potentially get to another, like, Astonish of damage against that Dusclops later on. Oh, but they do get another move off here. This could be a little bit scary now, because they do have an Ice Punch. Like, I could see myself potentially losing this game if Ice Punch knocks us out here, which I imagine it does. Dude! What was that, Togetic? Why'd you do 2 Fairy Winds there? I think we're gonna lose this game anyway, but, like, that's annoying. Because, like, they have a Shadow Punch now. Oh, man. I mean, if I landed that Heat Wave, And then I got the Astonish through. I think that could have been close to enough, but yeah, I don't think we were ever going to get there. But that is unfortunate. Such a close game. And honestly, we were in a pretty good spot, but then Dusclops just saving energy and Chargebug saving energy kind of got us a little bit too much of a bad spot. Togetic lead. Okay, are they on Psyshock here? If not, then they don't have like a super effective attack, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because like either way, they're going to be able to go and one-shot us with a Heat Wave. But no matter what, these Astonishes have already put them down below half HP. Yeah, just Heat Wave, which means that they don't have quite as much energy generation, or rather like a cheap attack as they'd want. We'll Shadow Punch here, and likely get a shield, but maybe just get a knockout. Okay, bye Togetic. What's going to come in? All right, well, I just stay into that. Mudshots do nothing to us here. And really, just making sure Lairon avoids this is going to be the biggest part of this matchup. It could be a Haunter, or did I say Haunter? I meant Primeape in the backline, which could be kind of awkward depending on where my Lairon can go. This might be a crazy play, but I'm going to shield this up, because I think I get to another move here. And if it is like a Primeape, then I'd rather make them make a very difficult decision. Where do they want to shield this up, or do they want to let this go and rely fully on their final Pokemon? Shadow Punch gets a shield. These Astonishes are going to put them down so low at this point. They've already shown Mudshot, so are they on Mudshot, or Mud Bomb rather? Are they on Mud Bomb Surf or Mud Bomb Sludge? We'll find out shortly, won't we? I'm hoping this is a Surf. If it's a Surf, that's really good for us. It's a Sludge, which is actually slightly scarier. But actually, I survived 2 of those, which is huge. Because now, even if it is a Primeape, I should be able to get to a Dazzling Gleam. But we'll see what it's going to be. Big Sludge. Ow. Oh, wow. I win. I just win, straight up. It's not the fighting type I thought it was, but man, it's actually just better. Goodbye, Hawkamoa. You don't even get to see my final Pokemon, although Lairon would have been pretty bad there, not gonna lie. Get one shot, trainer. Alright, Chargebug lead once again here. Not a bad lead matchup, but not exactly a Pokemon I have a hard answer to on this team. I'm gonna go for the classic Shadow Punch play, though. Seemed like that worked out pretty well last time. And we'll see if they want to go for a shield or not. I haven't even thrown a Sludge Bomb yet. Is that even a move that I should have on this Pokemon? Don't do this to me, trainer. Okay, they tried their best to snipe me down. Luckily, you can transfer damage so much easier on this system. You know what? I'm going to let this go. I think that's the play. Because last time I shielded a Morgrim, it didn't really feel that good of a matchup for me. I'm going to go for the Rock Tomb, debuff them pretty quickly here, and I'm going to just, like, undercharge a little bit to try to get another Metal Sound or 2 out of this. Because I want to have enough energy to threaten that Chargebug a little bit. We'll see what they do, though. Okay. Final Pokemon revealed as a Tinkatuff. 5. Interesting. Well, I know this thing does have access to Flash Cannon, which I don't necessarily love. But also, I think my Haunter can get to another move against this later on if I have to. And this is only a Pokemon with nukes. So, like, it's not even that scary. Okay, they actually let me get this move off. They're at 10 on the Tinkatuff, and this Chargebug here, I believe, is at back-to-back discharges. Do I ever no-shield a discharge? I might. I think I do. Yeah, I think that's always the play here. No-shield one, shield the next, and then just keep on farming up. Because a Flash Cannon one-shots me. But I know... Well, especially if you're on that moveset, I'm, like, not even close to worried. But let me just knock this out. Oh, yeah, the top left too. That's, I guess, a reason to run discharge right there. Shadow Chargebug. Wow. Okay, well, this is going to be an even quicker matchup than we've been seeing. Because these Volt Switches are going to do so much to us. Yeah, it looks like they actually knock us out with that next move. But, I mean, that's kind of fine, honestly. Because, again, I can transfer that damage over to my Lairon. And I can save the energy here even still. And we'll see what they do. 6? Okay, well, they're throwing energy here, which is actually huge, because Lairon's really just here to tank energy. To, like, just try to no-shield discharges, maybe Metal Sound down if they stay in too long, and then start spamming out damage against the backline. 7? Okay. So good news here. They will not get to another move this game. I either Metal Sound down or I Fairy Wind down later on. They're one more Volt Switch away from their next move. In fact, I could even Astonish down in one if I had to. Alright, Dusclops comes in. I'll go for the Rock Tomb. I kind of need to see this here-ish, because at this point my Haunter is way too low to really do too much to it, and they likely do have Ice Punch, which is a little bit annoying for my Togetic. If I survive this Shadow Punch, which I might, then I get a Rock Tomb off. They're at 4 right now, so 1 after this move. Oh, let's go, Lairon. That debuff coming in clutch. 2. And I think now, we've already seen 2 things pretty good, I'd say, into Togetic. I'm going to bring in Togetic and start building up energy. I'm not going to throw energy myself. Okay, thank you for not swapping instantly. Just because they're double debuffed, right? I don't want to have it so their switch clock comes back up. They are purified. There's a chance they're on return. No, okay. They just are not. Okay, I guess they clear their debuff on Dusclops. Okay, I guess they're out of here, actually, is what's going on. GG's. Okay, that's bad. What the heck, dude? Linoon? That is maybe one of the worst things that I could really see there. Shadow Dusclops comes in. This is a cool team, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much play I'm going to have. We'll see, though. Because, in theory, they could be on Dig on Linoon as well, which is not good for my Lairon to see. 6. Are they going to, like, Poltergeist me, dude? I'm going to shield just in case, because I could see that happening, technically. No, it's an Ice Punch, but I'm still glad I shielded that. English, once again, very hard language. Then again, they could be an Ice Punch Poltergeist. I've seen that before, too. So, I hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, we'll find out when we get there. Heat Wave. And they throw an alignment. What are they going to do, man? Like, is this going to be a Poltergeist? It's got to be, right? It actually is. Good thing that we did that. I'm going to do a crazy play. I'm switch locking my Haunter into the Linoon. I know it's bad, but, like, I kind of have to. I don't think there's much other play. They have to reveal Dig here, probably. But, like, now I save my Togetic, which is probably good for us, because now Linoon gets to avoid it more so. And I have a lot of energy here, right? 3. We'll see if they no-shield this, because, I mean, they only have, what, Body Slam potentially against us? And that's not really gonna do much, so they'd probably let this go. Okay, honestly, I'm so fine they landed that, or that, well, we tried our best. We definitely did try our best, but double aid in the backline is really bad for us to see. That's really bad. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they get the move now. I mean, I could have caught that, right? But then they just overfarmed to back-to-back attacks against Lairon. Oh my goodness. I don't think this game could have been, like, a much worse team comp for us to see. We tried. We tried our very best. But double aid in the backline is not going to be beatable. Okay, we got Shadow Piloswine lead. This is going to be one of those classic quick matchups here, if I did say so myself. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Well, smart play by them to just farm us down, but I mean, Lairon is going to force him to go for, like, a high horsepower here, potentially. They're at 10, so 5, 6. Nice, okay. This is kind of huge that they went for that extra Powder Snow. I was kind of worried maybe they'd, like, bait us with a Icicle Spear, then swap out to save another move. But now we just go for the shield here, and we'll see what they bring in. Hopefully nothing that destroys us, but probably something that destroys us. Oh, man. If I had Psyshock, maybe this would be more playable. That is not the most fortunate thing to see. I don't know, maybe Lairon can do something here, but I would be kind of surprised if it could. Heat Wave. Will 2-shot, so honestly, maybe Psyshock wouldn't really help that much, because I think either way, we'd probably get knocked out here by, like, a Poison Fang plus the farm down, and I wouldn't ever one-shot them with a move. So, we'll see what they want to do. But maybe if I had Psyshock, like, if they can wing attack us all the way down now, that wouldn't be great. We'll see, I guess, if they can. Okay, we get the shield. Okay. Am I crazy to think that maybe shielding this could be a good play? I could see it not being the worst play of my life, but we'll see. Just to save the Fairy Wind damage, honestly. Like, I know it's Fairy Wind. It's not that good of a move, but at the very least here, it's going to make it so I have some extra damage at the back line. I'm going to go double Body Slam and try to Fairy Wind down after the fact. Gave us a sneak, okay. This is going to be such a dicey game, though. Because, I mean, Brick Break's going to hurt, but it's not going to one-shot, is it? It's going to come close to putting us into farm down range. But I am like 1 away from the next body slam here. So if I can put them into an awkward spot where they have to throw another move against us, we could win. It's going to be so close. Do 3 Dragon Tails knock us out from here? I hope not, but they might. It's going to be so close, man. I think they have us. No! Oh, that's tragic. That's as close as it can be. I guess I could have done like 1 extra Fairy Wind with my Togetic before swapping out, but I needed to like guarantee that I got 2 body slams off, I think. You know, well played to them. Kind of a tricky team to deal with, but we almost did something. All right, Chargebug lead. I don't hate seeing this here. We'll see how they want to play this out. Normally they shield my Shadow Punch here. One day I'm going to get someone who throws on bad timing, and I'm going to be pretty happy about that, but looks like today is not that day. They're at 3 right now, or 4 rather right now, so 1 away from the next move. Try to transfer the move. Actually, we get the Simul Swap here. I'm not upset about that. 6, that's going to be a Surf here. I'll shield it up just to guarantee that I can get a debuff first. A Body Slam bait here is incredibly diabolical, yeah. But we go for the Rock Tomb now, and I am hoping after this Rock Tomb we can farm down with Metal Sounds and have energy coming out of this matchup. But we'll see. Rock Tomb... it looks like we can't farm down. At least not easily. I'll let this go. I should survive the Surf here. I at least want to get enough energy to reach a Body Slam into that Chargebug. Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad for us. We're at the back-to-back Body Slam. We'll throw the first one here, and we'll see if we get a shield. I don't think they would ever shield a Celio from this range, but maybe they do. Big Body Slam. We get the knockout. If they bring in Chargebug, then they have to dump energy to knock us out. And they actually don't, which means that this should just get a knockout here. Actually, no, it might not knock out, but it will be able to put them into 1 Astonish range, which is even better for us, because then I can just shield once, snipe down that second attack they have loaded, and hope that my Togetic has play in the backline. Now they only get 1 move off here. I have 3 Pokemon remaining, but we'll see what's in the backline. Okay, that's a huge Pokemon for me to see. They can go for a Rage Fist to knock us out, but even after a Rage Fist boost, I don't think they're ever going to be able to knock out my Togetic with just a single Ice Punch. So we'll get a second Astonish through here. Maybe they overfarm. No, they just throw instantly. They don't want to take any more Astonishes, which makes sense. But it's a non-Shadow Primeape, so they might not even have Ice Punch. And we do have that second answer in the backline to the Fighting-type Pokemon. We just bring in Togetic here. And yeah, they realize not much they can do in that spot. GG's. Shadow Dusclops lead. How quick is this matchup going to be? Do I just one-shield Astonish down? I think I do. I think that's the play. Oh my goodness, these fast moves are doing so much. I wish 2 more Astonishes would knock out, but I don't think they will, which means I'm going to take a 3rd Hex here, and that will do a lot of damage to us. Honestly, I'm going to switch here just to not take that damage on Haunter and bank the energy. What is this? What? Okay, well, that's a freaking Shadow Rock Throw, dude. That is insane to me. But I guess it's here. What does this learn? I don't even know what this gets. Rock Throw Grawler. Okay, they let that go. That's kind of helpful. Like, unironically, I'm not upset about getting that damage there. I think that's a Rock Blast. Because that was 8, right? Yeah. Alright, well, we lost that guy, I guess. I gotta say, it's probably... It could be anything in the backline now. It could be literally anything. I have a lot of energy on Haunter, but we'll see how much that's gonna matter. Okay, well, that's good to see. This game should be over now, because I have a Sludge Bomb on my other dude. They were just so weak to Lairon. I saw the Rock Throw Grawler. I kind of figured it might just be like, I don't know, Rock Throw something else. I don't even know what would be in this meta that would have that. Anyway, we should be very good here. I don't think there's really much of a way to lose this game. I can just no-shield this attack. It's just going to be a foul play at -1. I know that's not going to knock us out. And we're going to go for the Body Slam here, either getting a knockout or forcing them... Well, okay, I guess it probably wouldn't quite knock out, but either forces a shield or puts them into farm down range. And if they shield this up, then my Haunter just wins. If they no-shield, then my Lairon just wins. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they really want to, they can throw energy here, but I think their best course of action would have actually just been to try to go for the extra fast move pressure, but I guess we'll see. Goodbye. And goodbye. That's a crazy team. Okay, Crocalore lead. You know, I don't have a great answer to this Pokemon on my team here, but I mean, I do have a lot of fast move pressure, and sometimes that can do the job. I'm going to do the fast move pressure and switch out just to try to bait something out if possible, but this is not exactly the Pokemon I wanted to see. I was hoping more so for like a Chargebug potentially, because then I have Heat Wave that can be super effective against them, but against a Celio, it's not quite as good for us. But honestly, that does do a lot of damage. And I don't know if a Surf knocks us out here. They're back-to-back Surf plus Body Slam, so we'll see what happens. They're at 10, so they're at 4. Please survive. Okay, actually get to the Gleam here. 6, that's huge. I could have gone for the Heat Wave, but I'm not sure that's quite enough damage to knock out, so I want to go for the Guarantee if I can. Yeah, it makes sense they let that go. Chargebug in the back, okay. Lairon hopefully will be tanky enough here to survive a lot of the damage here, just so I can try to get enough shields down to win this game with my Haunter. Okay, they crunch, actually. Go for the Rock Tomb here. I want to bank up some energy just so I have it for that Crocalore later on. Because I kind of need to start, like, I don't know, doing something this game. They do let that go, so they're in 1 Astonish range. Okay. I don't love shielding this, but I think I do kind of have to. But it's going to be such a dicey game depending on what happens here. They don't instant throw, and that's kind of what I was most worried about, honestly. But, like, we're still in a scary position. Rock Tomb gets a shield. Like, I kind of need a shield right now, right? If I get a shield here, that's really good for us. If I don't, then there is still, like, a chance for us. Nice. Okay, I forced him to throw energy against our Lairon. If they're not at back-to-back moves right now, I should be in a really good spot. If they are at back-to-back moves, then I lose. I need 1 Astonish to knock out, and for them not to be at a charge attack right now. Okay, I think I just astonished everything down then. Okay, I guess we found the win con there. That was a crazy game. Whoa, Giga Chad. Haunter Mirror. Oh, but they're on the weird moveset. What was that? Haunter? Dude! 3 Astonishes? I thought they'd get a move off. I think they thought that too. I am astonished. And I do so much damage here. Wow, okay. 3, so they have access to a discharge now. Okay, Matane comes in. That's actually a little bit of a scary Pokemon to see. Potentially. But I have Heat Wave here, which does so much damage if it ends up landing. If I land one of these, I should be in a good spot. Heat Wave gets a shield, alright. I mean, Gyro Ball doesn't even one-shot us, though, does it? I'm going to no-shield and hope they bait us. But if they do Gyro Ball, and they land it, and then I get farmed down, that's bad. Nice, we called the Psyshock bait, and that is huge for us here. Yeah, GG's. Alright, Chargebug in the lead. Wow, innovative trainer here. See what they want to do. I would love it if they throw in a alignment here with my Astonishes, but they probably don't. Yeah, like this time they overfarm, so they don't give me a full free Astonish, which means now they get to 2 attacks before I get to 2 attacks. And yeah, Incinerate is 5 turns. It's the only 5-turn move in the game. Let's transfer their damage. Why does this keep happening, dude? Why do they keep on swapping in Morgrim? Like, they're trying to snipe me down. It's really rude. It's really rude. Like, it's honestly so rude. Like, it's good that this is happening this way, but we also have to keep in mind that they have so much energy on that Chargebug, and they still have a Pokemon in the backline, which I think last time we played out this matchup, it was maybe a Dusclops. Undercharge a little bit just to try to get some more metal sounds here, because I want to have energy for the Chargebug when that comes back in, just to make him throw energy against us. Yeah, it's a Dusclops. Hopefully I survive a Hex. I do. Okay, surviving that Hex is kind of huge. Getting a debuff here means now I'm not in as bad of a spot. 2. Alright. 3. Oh, I must have fought this trainer before today. I bet I have with the way they're playing it out. So they're at 3 right now, or so 5 rather right now, which means they do have access here to back-to-back attacks. I guess I shield this. All right, there's a play here that they could make that would be really bad for them if they want to go for it. I would not suggest for them to do the play that they could do, but we'll see. Okay, they don't do it. I was really hoping they'd do it, but they don't. All right. They need 2 ice punches to knock us out here. Ow. But also, if I get to a Gleam plus a Heat Wave, then I think they also probably lose. They call it. Super smart play. I should have waited there. I thought they weren't going to call it. I was hoping they wouldn't. But very, very smart play. I'm fine losing to that for sure. All right, next battle. We'll see Shadow Haunter into regular Lairon. Okay. Well, these metal sounds are chunking, but so are the Astonishes, so that's not bad at all. And the thing is here, they're not even incentivized to bait, because, I mean, they probably want the debuff against my Haunter, right? I'd imagine. But if they want a body slam, that's fine by me. I'm just going to keep on doing even more damage. I don't get why people are body slamming my ghost type. They're at 9 right now, so they have another body slam, but they're like 2 away, I believe, from the next Rock Tomb. Do we get a shield? We do. And we get the next one, probably, or maybe they just sacrifice the Lairon at this point. We'll see what they want to do. This Shadow Punch is going to easily knock him out if they let it go. They shield that? Okay. I mean, the fact that I was about to farm down that Lairon there was kind of crazy, I'm not going to lie. They did bank a lot of energy, though, but I was able to get out in time to swap into my own Lairon. Shadow Punches don't do all that much here, and if I can get to another Rock Tomb before their next Shadow Punch, that's kind of huge. Because then maybe I can survive the next 2 Shadow Punches here, and maybe attempt to farm down, but I don't know if a farm down's in the cards right now. Big Rock Tomb, our opponent is not quite in farm down range just yet, but they are getting pretty low. They should be 2 away from the next attack right now. Do I want to take the next move? That's the big question. I mean, maybe I do. Because I think I do survive, and I do get the metal sound down. Yeah, I'll just let this go. Farm down and see what they want to do. They could bring in their own Lairon here to try to snipe us down with a move. They actually do end up doing that. Okay. This might be a crazy play, but I'm going to shield this up, and I'm going to switch into Togetic here, just so I can get some damage in the back line with my Lairon. I don't think this is Rock Tomb, but if it is, that is a shame. We'll find out. Ow. Okay, it's a Rock Tomb. What I meant to say is I know this is a Rock Tomb, but, like, this is strategic. Now I have 3 Pokemon remaining. They only have 2, so I win, surely. They were... I guess they did Body Slam Betas earlier. That's why they had so much energy, right? I have a lot of energy here still. I can probably reach an attack. Oh, that's actually winnable. In fact, I think there's a guaranteed win con as long as Heat Wave plus Rock Tomb knocks out. I just have to make sure they're in the middle of a Volt Switch. And we should be good. Yeah, we should be good now. Because Rock Tomb should knock this out, right? I mean, if it doesn't, then it's not a guaranteed win con, but... like, surely Rock Tomb does that much. It's super effective. Yay! And that Dusclops is so low. Nice. Okay. Not even worried. Not even for a second. This has got to be one of my favorite Pokemon I've tried out recently. It is so squishy, but it is so fun to use at the same time. It's a very fun Pokemon when paired up with more bulky picks in the backline, which is why I ran Lairon as well as Togetic, so give this team a go if you have it. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.